is separate from the county, and I'm just gonna give you what my knowledge is of that. Probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when we started doing the work for the county, we each have a separate contract with the county to do the work, and the city didn't want to pay us. They didn't want to do it, and so, well, I shouldn't say the city, I think it was the attorney, the prosecutor, didn't want to pay any one of us, and so he went out and arranged for Mr. Briggs to do it. That's my understanding of it, and so, because we did do a couple cases for the city in the very beginning, and the bills Mr. Odgers refused to pay the bills. And so the court said, we don't have to take the cases then if they're not gonna pay. So that's sort of, I think, what my memory is of how Mr. Briggs started doing the work for the defense. I don't know if the city voted on it, I don't even know that, but I do know that we initially were going to do both, and then the city attorney didn't want it done like that, so.
Ms. Everhart, I do have a question about the billing, if you don't mind.
Okay, no, run it off.
In the past, we've had trouble getting a regular billing. It would probably be better for our treasurer department if we got a bill every 30 days, whether the case was finished or not.
Okay.
Just so that we can budget and make sure that we're getting those out regularly. Would that be a problem?
No, that is not a problem. I just thought that it was easier for the city to get the final bill, but we can generate one every 30 days. That's better for us, because then we're not carrying it. But the other thing is, just on that note, there could be like a lapse, where a 30 days might go by and you're not gonna get a bill from us, even though the case is still open, but we haven't done any work, depending on, because there's, like I said, there's like 9 cases out there that we just got, and I know both of our trial schedules are pushed out, so we're looking at May and June is when these cases will go to trial, because most of them, like I said, are DUI, and those usually go to trial unless something else happens.
And that's completely understandable.
Okay.
No problem with that.
But we don't have a problem giving it every 30 days. And is there a certain date that you would want the bill by, like the 30th of the month, or?
I don't, as long as we're getting a regular one.
Yeah, just regular.
At
Okay,
least every
no problem.
30 days, I think it would work best for our billing.
And then I didn't know if you all wanted to enter into a contract with us for a year, or if you just wanted to go, let's just do it this way, and, maybe if somebody else offers to do it. I don't know if you got any other offers, or if this.
We didn't, and we do appreciate your willingness to serve the community in this way, because it is a service, and everybody is entitled to public defense, or defense in a court of law, and a public defender's job is key, and so I'm not exactly sure what the arrangement with Kevin was. Was that a contract? Or was it just a proposal?
It was just a motion to accept.
Just a proposal to the services, and that's what we probably continue to do unless you guys had other feelings on it.
No, I think we're okay by just getting the cases, and then with the understanding that it's $100 an hour, and then we'll just bill you, and you can, and I'm pretty sure we give the bills to the judge. The
Right.
judge is here, so I don't know, he might be able to answer that, because I've done stuff in municipal court, but it's been private, so I'm not sure how.
As long as we get a bill from you guys every 30 days, then.
Okay.
Your part's done, and we would be fine.
Okay, great, then we'll get it over to the city.
Does the council have any questions of Ms. Everhardy regarding the proposal? I believe there. Thank you for the
All right,
presentation.
thank you.
With that, I will entertain a motion on this proposal.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion on this? Questions, thoughts? Seeing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried and so ordered. We'll move on to item 3, Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible approval, confirmation of mayoral appointments of Jason Batt, Leah Brown, and John Charchalis to the Regional Planning Commission with 4-year, 3-year, and 1-year term assignments, all ending December 31st of their respective years, to be determined at the time of appointment. So, I will entertain a motion on this item if you guys have thoughts on which term you would like to give to who.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Who's up first?
I'd be happy to go through Jason for the 4-year, Leah for the 3-year, and John for the 1-year. And then the reason this is set up that way is just so it staggers the new terms, and so that we can, we're free to renew John's at the end of 1 year, if he's still willing to serve and he's still like him there, and go on with that. Yeah, his next term would be a 4-year term after that.
Yeah.
They're just not rotating.
Yeah, the initial board has to stagger.
Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. So I'll entertain a motion on that.
I don't move to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good,
Mr.
sir.
Mayor, question of
Yes.
are you going to appoint any liaison to the planning commission for the city?
I'm sure that's something we could do. And
It's something we should consider.
let's put it on the agenda for the night. Carried and so ordered. Thank you. Thanks. Item 4, Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible action, dissolution of the City Planning Commission pursuant to the passage of City Ordinance 726. I will entertain a motion on this item.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried and so ordered. Item 5, Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible action, direction related to community economic development strategy, the SETS process as it relates to resiliency planning for the city of Ely. This was a request from the county and
Yes.
from the governor's office, who came out to do the SETS thing, the SETS planning.
Yes.
Let's say other information you can fill in there.
Well, as outlined in the email that is in everyone's packet, it has to do with community resiliency, whether that's a major employer shutting down, natural disasters, things of that nature. So there's a wide variety of things involved in planning for community resiliency, and they would like the city's input.
And I guess part of the discussion tonight would be how we could best get them that input. If we want to put together a council member or two together, to get together with the county and the people who are working on with that, to kind of,
Well, actually, it would be our input, and then we would, the board would review that.
Sure.
Contribution of meeting on January 9th. I would like to suggest that Public Works Supervisor Craig Pratt be included in whatever committees designated to do it.
sure. So that being the case, I think a committee of the fire chief, the public works director, myself, and anybody else the board deems pertinent to the conversation to put together a plan, an outline of a plan to take to the county would be appropriate.
That sounds great.
Then I'll entertain a motion on that.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried and so ordered. Move on to item 7, Councilwoman Beecher, discussion only, consideration of the City of Ely Fire Department providing emergency medical services, EMS, at paramedic, NRP level 911 response as part of the City of Ely Fire Department's tiered response system and a critical care paramedic / critical care transport service.
This had previously been on the agenda, and we had removed it because of some concerns regarding additional costs, and you know, we're still kind of feeling out the agreement with the county and how that was going. I did meet with Pat and Bodie, and they had requested perhaps they could come and present, the proposal so that we could discuss here. They could answer any questions we might have, so this would just be discussion only. If they wanted to, go ahead.
Kind of biggest thing we want to bring up is, this kind of got put on, and I know there's been several questions from a lot of different people, so we thought the easy way to try to do this would be maybe kind of, everybody's got it in their packet, that if you guys got any questions, concerns, hopefully maybe between the two of us we can answer it. If we don't have those answers, we can go back and get them and bring them back again. I think it's something that'd be good for the community. We need to, progress forward, and if we can provide a better level of care, every program's got to have a starting point somewhere, whether we start with just one person. Our service now, forever was the basic service when we first started. Then we went to tiered services, intermediate and basic. This would just put one more level of service there where we'd be able to run paramedic, intermediate, or basic. Depending what staffing was on the ambulance, that would be the level of care you got. And so,
One of the questions I had, Pat, was exactly that point you just brought up. If there is a paramedic available on the ambulance, but it's an in-town call that just requires a transport to the hospital, are we billing that person at paramedic services just
only
because there's a paramedic?
only if there would be paramedic care given, just like we do now. If it's basic care and we've got an intermediate on the ambulance, that's what they get billed at, is the basic care. If there's intermediate interventions that are done, then they get billed at the intermediate care. And it would be the same thing on the paramedic level. Not every call warrants paramedic care, so if it's just a basic call, that's what the billing's gonna be. It's no different from what we're doing right now. So right now, the only way you get billed for the intermediate service is if we have to do an IV, give any meds, breathing treatment, stuff like that. That's intermediate care, then you get billed that way, otherwise it's basic. So it's just per call of whatever the nature of the call may be.
I have some questions. First, I'd like to disclose that after 36 years of service, I'm inactive with the Ely Volunteer Fire Department on November 18th. So, if I could,
Please.
I think it's a great service, paramedic service, but I do have some questions because I look at it as the financial side of this, can we get into this here? We have one paramedic, he's standing right there. We had, Lauren was a paramedic, came in, went through all the testing, got it. Unfortunately, that's a big hiring point. He went to Clark County, I believe.
Yeah.
It got him down there. When we tried to go out and solicit getting Jace out here, he started out, Pat mentored him about 4 years ago. He was a high
Actually,
school,
about 9 years
9 years ago, he was a high school kid. He went into the fire service, ended up, he's a paramedic now in Houston, paramedic firefighter in Houston. So we tried to get him up here, and says, guys, I'm a young guy, he's 27, I think. Not for me. One of the questions I have is, if we go into a paramedic service, first of all, we're gonna have to figure out what year we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna have job descriptions
Right.
needed, go through the collective bargaining unit, including compensation. And if we go forward with this, I would like to see some kind of agreement that we have a retention, that we get somebody here, they got to stay for so long. The sheriff's office experienced about 7, maybe 8 years ago, all these cops went to post, wham, Highway Patrol, Metro. And at that time, Bernie was the sheriff, $25,000 training. They got just enough training, and Bernie was out $75,000, $100,000. We start all over again. So that's one thing I like that you guys think about when you talk with the CBU, collective bargaining unit. And we're in this with the county. If a paramedic program is approved, would the city be required to fund training? If a city fire employee wants to become a paramedic, what about somebody in the county? Because I did a little research, handed out to the council, the costs of the hours it takes, 1,100, 1,800 hours. Bodie could probably tell us how long it takes.
Probably might know a little more.
Yeah, so, the cost of that, if we do a paramedic program and one of your new guys want to do it, is the city gonna have to fund this? Or they go on their own? This is a big expense thing if we're gonna have to cover. Bodie done it on his own, Lauren done it on his own. There's no cost to the city. So that's I mean, it's just a thought, what kind of cost is gonna
You
be?
research some of that.
You know, so I probably answer, close with a couple questions there. So typically, most people, they go on their own. Most cities,